right, you guys, and welcome back. I'm Sandra D, the main event, and welcome to my channel. Today, we will not be talking about food, and we are not talking about hair. Today, we'll be talking about and continuing our journey about talking about the narcissist. So today, I wanted to come and I wanted to talk to you guys about your rebirth. Okay, this is in regards to like your healing process. So once you had met the narcissist, right? The narcissist just came as a way of confirming to you about your great destiny. And the narcissist knew that there was something about you that was already great, but you knew you had value, but you didn't understand how priceless that value is. Okay, you are a gift to this world and you're a great leader. And the narcissist is aware of this because you got to realize a narcissist does not have confidence. Narcissists really, truly do have low self-esteem, but they carry themselves as someone that does have confidence because they're good at deceiving people. Okay, you got to remember they're a con artist. So when they mirrored you, they mirrored your personality and the essence of who you are. Okay, because they wanted to deceive you, pull the wool over your eyes so that you could not see them as the threat that they are and were to your destiny. Okay, now the narcissist is a person that is on the lookout for supply, and supply comes in the form of what they need in their own personal lives. Okay, they need supply, but they need that supply to meet their demands. Okay, what it is that they want for you to do in their lives to fulfill it. Okay, so the narcissist will pretend to be something that they're not, so that they can get you to fall for the okie doke so that they can reveal to you what they really are. But they want to get you so hooked on them to where you will accept anything that they give to you when they're showing you who they really are. Okay. Now, when you learn all of these things in different scenarios and situations that you will face with the narcissist, you're trying to figure out what happened to that wonderful person that you met. Okay, that person that you met was already who you are. They just sat there and mirrored you. They copied your personality and presented that to you. Okay, that was your confirmation to let you know that when they was picking you, they had already knew that you were destined for greatness. So they have to put this mask on of pretending to be something that they're not, because they don't want you to see them as the enemy, as a threat that they really are. And what they want to do is try to control your destiny, because you are destined for greatness. You are going to be leading and overseeing things in the near future, or you were being prepared for your future and the narcissist was coming to interrupt that. Okay. Now, the narcissist is aware of how you move and how you operate and how you work. And they know this because when you were in that love bombing stage, the honeymoon stage, they were interviewing you and getting all of the data and information that they needed to manipulate you. So when they were in that phase of getting ready to reveal to you what they really were, that they could have you hooked. Okay. And when they had you hooked, and they started showing you the Decepticon that they are, you're baffled and trying to figure out what happened to this person that I bond with, that I click with, that, you know, we see eye to eye. Okay, that's on purpose, because they want to control your destiny, or they want to deter your destiny, or they don't want you to achieve your destiny at all. Okay. So what they'll do is they'll play the gaslighting. They will start to devour you to make you feel like you can't make good decisions. Okay? And they will do these things as a way for you to be codependent on them, because they want you to rely on them for everything that it is that you're going to do. And they want you to run by them what it is that you're thinking or where you're going and things in that nature, because they're trying to control you through manipulation. So when they're doing this and then you start to figure out something is not right, and you start to question them, that's when they get on attack mode and start attacking you, because at this point they're trying to figure out how they can get you wheeled back in, or they're trying to figure out what they're going to do as far as get rid of you. So they'll start a smear campaign during this time when you on time out. Unbeknownst to you, you don't know that this is going on. And then they're going out trying to secure their next supply or supplies to meet their supply and the demand in their lives. So when you're going through the rebirth phase, this is when you either said to the narcissist to kiss all your tail and don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. That phase. Or they sat over there and broke up with you by ghosting you or not responding to texts and things in that nature. Because at this point, they know what makes you tick, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So when you start getting that gaslighting and devouring stage, that's because you know something is up and something stinks, and you calling them out on it and they don't like it. So they got to figure out how they can put you in a bad light to make themselves look good. So when they exit to the next supply or telling people the reason why they broke up with you, this is why they sit over here and poke the bear, showing them your text messages of what you said because they got you emotionally wounded and made sure that they poked you so much that you responded to where if you called them and you cussed them out or you text them and cussed them out, they showing the people that while you still in a relationship with them, because they want to show people and say to them that you this horrible person. But they was the ones that did all that stuff to you. And because you're responding with your emotions, okay, this is how they're able to manipulate the situation with the smear campaign, because they set it up that way. You just didn't know it until you find out later on 53rd Street. So when you're distraught, you're hurt because you realize, hey, I've been victimized. This person lied to me. And then you start to put A, B, and C together. And you realize when you come out of being brainwashed, as they put you to sleep in that love bombing stage, they was brainwashing you through the whole scenario and situation. You just didn't recognize and realize it. You don't realize it until you start waking up out of that trance state. And when you realize you've been duped, that's when it just hits you like a ton of bricks. And it hurts. And they hurt you on purpose because they could not continue the journey to deceive you. So now they trying to mess up your destiny by having you focusing on everything that transpired and happened and trying to get you to take responsibility for why the relationship didn't last in the first place. But they knew it wasn't going to last in the second place. And in the third place, they was trying to stop your destiny. So when you realize and you recognize the game that has been played and that you've been played by a Decepticon, that's when you become really hurt. Because you're thinking, how could I allow this to happen? And I'm going to tell you how you allowed it to happen. You were deceived. You were conned. They came to you as non-threatening. You couldn't see it coming. There was no way you could see it coming, and they knew that. You just didn't know it. And you don't recognize and understand these things until you come out on the other side. Until you start waking up, until you really start calling them out, until you are ready to slam the door on the whole scenario of the situation. That's when you begin to recognize and understand that you was taken advantage of, because you was. And there'll be some people that'll sit over here and tell you, hey, you need to get back to your old self. No, you don't. Because your old self is what got you in the situation in the first place. So when you're going through your healing process, I like to call it the rebirth, because you're coming out better. Because you got the playbook of the narcissist, and then you got the playbook of your own life. And you learned the offense and the defense. And when you start putting everything together, you will understand how you can protect yourself better. But when you're protecting yourself, you're not being rude and obnoxious or anything in that nature. And no, you ain't got to spill the tea and say, oh, I can't give you that information. I've been hurt before. No. You're just going to have better answers for when somebody is approaching you, because you got to make sure you weeding out the bad apples. Now, how you going to do that? That is totally up to you. I cannot advise you on how you're going to do that. But what I can tell you is don't spill the tea. Because you don't know these people. Just because they're friendly, don't make them your friend. Just like when your parents told you when you was a child, don't take candy from a stranger. Okay, this is still a stranger. And don't take their bait of candy. Take your time in getting to know these people. Because they can only act a certain way for so long. So when you are going through your rebirth stage, you're really not just learning about what the narcissist did to you, but you're going to learn how to better preserve yourself. You're going to learn how to guard and protect your heart, your mind, your soul. Because you needed to understand these things. It doesn't make you a bad person. You just need to be aware that there's evil. And you need to understand that it is on different levels and it's different types. And it's still abuse. Because what they did was they abused you. They took your kindness for weakness. And they took advantage of it and exploited it. This does not mean that you're still not going to be loving and kind and things of that nature. No. You're just going to understand who is worthy of it and who is not. And you're not going to be sitting over here believing the hype of anything that somebody says to you. Because you're going to be fact checking. And you're going to understand it, your intuition better, those red flags better. If you're a believer, what the Holy Spirit and God is speaking to you about. And you're going to know, oh no, this ain't right. This ain't for me. And you're going to exit stage left. So your rebirth is just like a butterfly effect. You came in as the caterpillar. Then once you go through that stage with that narcissist, you're going to be in a cocoon. That's what I like to call it. A cocoon. And what's going on behind the scenes is that you're understanding their playbook and your playbook that you need to bring to the table so that you can win against the narcissist, but also win in life because you're already a winner. You just up in your game. And your level is now higher. It doesn't mean that you're better than the next person. You just know better. And there's a difference. So when you're in that cocoon state, You're coming out better. You coming out flying high like a butterfly. You're never going to be the same after the experience with a narcissist. But if you do your homework, you take your freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior courses, and you understand the playbook, and you understand who you are as an individual, you're going to not allow someone to ever do this to you again. I don't care how much of a level they are on, because you did the work, you did the homework. And some of us had to learn the hard way. But that doesn't mean we did anything wrong. It's just helping us for our outcome, as when we're destined to walk on our destiny and get to the other side, that we're going to understand who we're going to allow to come on this road on our destiny, and not just allow everyone in. Because you do have some of these wolves in sheep clothing. And to me, that's exactly what a narcissist is. They come non-threatening, but the biggest threat you'll ever meet. And you have to make sure that you understand you're dealing with different types. Some of us that dealt with a narcissist, that was baby steps. Some of us got the whole full big old course, and we was like, whoa. Because it ain't just one type of narcissist, and not all narcissists are the same. But birds of a feather do flock together. And you need to understand this. So I cannot tell you and emphasize this enough. Please make sure that you learn everything that you need to know. And whether or not it is your situation or not, learn it anyway. Because your rebirth of you coming out better on the other side is going to help you, equip you for your destiny. And can't nobody stop what's coming forward, because you already know the playbook. You got that offense and that defense. Take your time in your healing process, because it's not going to happen overnight anyway. Let's just be real and keep it a buck and keep it 100. Because when you got into that situation, it took time for them to get their hooks in you. And it's going to take time for you to detach all those hooks. It does not happen overnight. It takes time. And do not rush your process, even though you feel like you are in a hurry. Because if you rush it, then you're going to miss the whole purpose and the point of it. And it can be a repeat. And then you going around that mountain again. Or you sat over here and learned what you needed to learn, healed from what you needed to heal from. So when any type of narcissist come your way, you can already slam the door on it immediately. Because you got to remember, this is their game. They know how to play it well. You're learning what happened to you and how it happened. And what you need to do to protect yourself from this happening again. Because narcissists do come back. And it could be the one that you dealt with, or it could be another one. But it doesn't matter which one it is, because you're equipped if you do the homework. And you got to do the homework. If not, you will lose. So remember, your rebirth here that is happening, you're not going to be the same that you used to be. You're going to be better. Your game is going to be smooth. Your swag is going to be on point. And it's not because you're better than somebody else. It's because you know better. So remember, take time. I know it hurts. I know it don't feel good. I know you want to rush the process. I get it. I understand it. But please, don't rush it. And even if you know something, do not go and sit over here and try to throw that in a narcissist's face. Because then you're giving away your secret weapons. Where they do that at? But what you will do is keep your mouth closed and learn how to effectively use what you have learned and better and sharpen your tools against the narcissist. The people that you're coming and watching these videos are understand a lot of things that I cannot teach you, because all of us experience different things with narcissists. However, we all have come to an agreement, okay, that the narcissists use love bombing. I like to call it the interview. They devour you with the smear campaigns and giving you reasonable doubt by gaslighting you. And they discard you by breaking up with you or you breaking up with them. We all can tell you that they do hoover. Now, that hoover is something else, and that hoover comes when you go no contact, because they trying to do everything that they can to get you to snap and be in your emotions so that they can secure you in that trauma bond and brain fog to keep them on your mind, to keep you emotionally wounded. But the devil is a lie. You're going to come out. Because even during a hoover and them doing that, you become hard. Not hard to where, you're being harsh. No, it has no effect on you whatsoever because you over it. And the narcissist will know the difference. I will tell you this, that when you guys go no contact, get you some cameras in your house and ask the people how the stuff work, and ask them, can you tell me, or if you know, how will I know if somebody hacked my stuff? Because narcissists are professional stalkers. They will have people watch you, and they will watch you too. And to the young lady who said that she believes that her bathroom has been rigged, it is. Trust your gut. If you got this uneasy feeling that something ain't right, trust your gut. And go find out what you can find that can show you, that give you confirmation about what you're feeling. But you got to remember, these narcissists, they good. You never know. They may have changed something in your house, gave you a gift and they spying. Your smoke detector could have a camera in it. They got any and everything that could be watching you, your every move. Don't forget about them flying monkeys, because they giving that narcissist detail, because they are stalking you. That's what hoovers are. It's a way of stalking you and for them to pop up, because they want you emotional. They want you to respond. But you got to be like Michael Jackson and keep it in the closet. And if you feel like you need to go to the authorities, make sure you got all your ducks in a row. You do not protect a narcissist, because the narcissist is not trying to protect you. They're trying to expose you any way and every way that they can. That is not your friend. That is the enemy. And you need to see him as such. And I'm going to say this again and again. You don't owe the narcissist anything, but they owe you everything. And no, you do not have to go back to collect unless you fighting for something that was already yours that they trying to take. And then at that point, you go toe to toe. But you got to learn the way how to do it without stooping down to their level. Because you got to remember, that's their game. What you're learning is how to level up. And you're learning how to change the game, so that they can understand they can't play with you. All right, you guys, remember, you're destined for greatness. Your rebirth, you're coming out better than your farmer. So no, you're not going to be the same. You're going to be better. You may have came in like a caterpillar and you had to go into that cocoon state. But when you come out, you blossom into a beautiful butterfly. Okay? And like Muhammad Ali said, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I'll see you guys in the next video.